Well, hello there, YouTube. I am in Longview, and well, it's been more than 24 hours now, but at the 23-hour mark, I was back at the AT&T store, which was right there in that little plaza. If I didn't say that already, I'm in Longview, Washington. But anyway, the S Pen quit working. It quit recognizing the pin in the silo. Of course, everybody's going, oh, well, you know, you turn that, there's a thing, you can turn off the monitoring or whatever the hell it is. And I go, no, I have it turned off now because the S Pen wouldn't work at all. But the coolest feature of all with that S Pen is the ability to pull it out, and it opens up, even with the screen locked, it opens up a note-taking thing. You scribble down a note, put the pen back in, and it saves the note. Really cool feature. But anyway, I was in there talking to our service manager this morning, and boom, she quit working. So anyway, what took so long, I have no idea. I just must have some curse that floats over me or something, because this happened yesterday. They could not get the program to go through, and all I get is you just have way too many devices and stuff on your phone on your plan. And then now they got this, you know, unified billing thing with DirecTV and stuff like that. I don't think all the dust is settled from yesterday. So again, at one point the computer was saying they owed me $1,800 back. Well, as they're trying to, all they're trying to do is exchange the 5S, and that's it. You know, it was just an exchange. Well, they ended up exchanging several units, $1,800 worth of them. But they got it all sorted out, and they used, which is kind of cool, so I don't have to, as they put it, she goes, well, you can just go home and relax now. If you use the NFC and use a Samsung Smart Switch on two phones, it uses NFC to transfer them over. It takes quite a while. Of course, I had a lot of stuff on there, pictures and that I'd already taken last night and today. And then I've got things set that, well, other pictures end up on there. But anyway, so all that had to get moved over. Thank God I didn't take a video or anything with it yet. I haven't done that. I've just been kind of goofing around with the camera. I haven't uploaded any of the pictures to my computer to see what they look like, but I can tell you one thing, they look impressive from the phone. So tomorrow, Apple announces what their deal's going to be for the new iPhone. And I guess I lost track of the date or something. She goes, well, yeah. She goes, the iPhone craze starts tomorrow. I guess they just go ballistic when the iPhones come out. She said there'll literally be people knocking on the door wanting to know what's new and do you have it. You know, you can't even pre-order them until this Friday. But she goes, that doesn't stop them. She goes, on pre-order day, they'll be lined up out in the street. She goes, it's pretty crazy. But so anyway, she's going, well, you getting this with the iPhone just about to, because, you know, I told them that, you know, I'm a iPhone fan, and of course all the people at the stores, you go into any of these multi things there, you know, you'll get some of the hardcore guys that are Android, but by far it's always iPhone. And but anyway, you know, we got to talking about different things, and they know I'm an iPhone freak. And they're going, well, the iPhone's going to get announced tomorrow. Why are you buying a new Samsung? I said, oh, I'll be buying the iPhone too. They just shake their head. I'll definitely be getting the iPhone. There ain't no question about that. I don't care if there's just a color change and nothing else. I'll buy the new iPhone. And I think with the Samsung Note line, that'll probably be an also thing. At one point, I decided, whatever comes out for next year, I'll probably buy it. And then it just got to where I just never used it. The thing's just cumbersome to use, And, not like it's any big deal. You can just pick up the phone and do whatever you need to do. But it's, usually when I'm on my phone, and I'll play around with the Note when I'm just sitting there bored or something, and tinker around. But, when I need something, somebody's got a question, or I need to look up some file, or I have tons of spreadsheets and Word documents that are, well, that's a whole other story. But anyway, I just need to get something quick. I just go to the iPhone. It's just so much faster. So much faster. But in saying that, with the updates, like I think I beat that to death coming to work this morning, and this thing with the pen happened at work. And they poked around, and they got some little microscopy thingy. They're looking down in the hole. I'm sure you guys heard of PenGate, where you stick the pen in there backwards, it gets jammed, and you yank it out, and it rips everything up. Well, they look down there, and the two different people look down, and they go, well, I guess we're giving you another phone. So that was that for that. But what I was going to say is, as the Lollipop came along, and then there's been AT&T's dumped out like 2 or 3. I'm not sure where I'm at now. I don't think I'm at 5.1. But anyway, with Lollipop, and then it all comes through AT&T. The Samsung kind of mellowed out their TouchWiz a bit, and just all of a sudden it became a different phone. Not quite there, but different. But this Note 5, I'm really enjoying that. It's very fast. It's still not as fast as an iPhone, believe it or not. It's a octa-core. The specs of this thing should absolutely stomp on anything. With 4 gigs of RAM, and it's crazy. An old dual-core 1 gig of RAM iPhone still outperforms it. But it's just the way they do. It's just their architecture is just different. So anyway, very happy with it so far. Until the my beloved lock screen note taking stopped. That stressed me out all day. I didn't know what they were going to do. I figured they'd look at that thing and go, yeah, you stuck the pin in backwards and destroyed it. Well, they looked, and they said, all right, we're going to give you another phone. So I don't know if there's some issues or whatever. They're kind of looking at each other like, oh, well, we got to give them another one. Oh, okay. Well, I was smart, and I called to make sure they had them in stock first before I went down there. There was another AT&T store closer to me there in Vancouver, and they had none. So I called the one in Longview, and there it was. They had three black 64 gigs. I didn't even look. I hope the hell they gave me another 64 gig. Well, they had to, because the serial number and everything all got swapped. They'd have owed me. Well, I got $6 in tax back, because I bought it up in Olympia, and their tax is like 10%. And the tax difference was $6.80 something cents down here. So anyway, I'm normally not coming home at 7-Eleven. That's the time, 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. I'm usually not coming home this late at night, but hey, that was an old Yamaha Midnight. It looked like it was a 650. Anyway, I thought I'd bounce on, and because I talk so much about phones, and or what the hell did I talk about this morning? I think it was phones. Anyway, then I get to work, and that happens. So we get for showing it off, I guess, right? Now I hope this is not some epidemic and it's going to happen again, because I'd hate to have to go through this again. But you know, with less than 24 hours, it's kind of hard for them not to, you know, it's obviously nothing's broken. I didn't, you know, that I know of, I didn't do anything to purposely hurt it. But it is what it is. Sometimes you get a little, I don't have any less feelings about the note. I'm not scared because I had one that had a problem. Shit happens. And am I going, oh my god, I'm going 85 miles an hour. Jeez Louise. I'm like, you know, it just seems like I'm kind of humming right along here. I actually looked to see if I was riding along in 5th gear or something. I go, it sounds like I got just a little higher rhythm than normal. Joe! I was like 86 or so. Holy moly. Gotta watch them downhills. That's why that old cruise control comes in real handy. Get the daydreaming. You don't need to be daydreaming right down the road in a motorcycle anyway, but hills will get me in smooth, comfortable roads, because I tend not to look at the dash. I ride the road, you know, ride the conditions, and sometimes that's way faster than what's legal. God, is it beautiful out here, though. Oh, look at that setting sun. That's crazy. What time is sunset tonight? All right, 7:36. So I was close. So, hell, I still have 15 minutes. But as you can see, it looks like it's hitting the deck now. That's not the deck, that's the mountains out there. I lived out in next to the ocean. You get every last drop of sunset, because it don't fall until it hits the water, till the sun lands in the ocean. I remember my dad, when I was a little kid, you know, we lived, you know, in the southeast side, so, you know, we got all the sunrises, you know. But you'd be out on a lake or something like that, because they got huge lakes and stuff out there. When the sun would set, my dad would say, watch, the sun's gonna hit the ocean. And I used to watch that thing, and when you look out over a huge body of water, you know, and it would do that when it come up too. You got that liquid look to it, like it looks like it's literally just sinking into the water. Remember that plain as day. Remember my dad used to take me out. We lived in the Georgetown, Pawleys Island area, and we used to go out to Pawleys Island or Murrells Inlet. We'd run up to one of those places, and we just walk out there and just sit on the ocean. My dad bring a little thermos out there with some coffee and his cigarettes, and we just sit out there and watch the sunrise. Then we'd walk around, because you got the coolest seashells on the East Coast. Oh man, the seashells, coolest stuff. But we just walk around the beach and find cool seashells and whatnot. You guys were watching it, wasn't you? I was watching the hell out of that sucker, because he was all blacked out. I couldn't tell if he was looking at me, and as you know, that don't make a hoot nanny worth of anything anyway. Hey, so, you know, as this winter weather's coming on, keep an eye on your tire pressures, because I noticed yesterday when Kelly and I were riding, and I think I've noticed this a couple of times when I was riding it too, when I roll off the throttle at really slow speeds, I'm getting a head, not a shake, but a wave, like the handlebars are biting. You know how the tread pattern, they're not perfectly even. It was almost like the tire was cupping, and it was like, you know, bite one side, bite the other side, bite one side. You know how, I'm sure you guys have had tires that do that. And when it does that, it'll create this kind of a wave, like you're almost riding in a rut of some sort. But anyway, I noticed that again last night. So this morning, and you know, I've had this thing 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks. Checked the tire pressure this morning, and I was 4 low in the rear and 6 low in the front. I'm like, holy crap. But you know, this changing weather, I go out there. In fact, I even turned the heater on out in the shop. I went out in that shop this morning. It was colder than hell in there. Holy moly. But it was 47 or something this morning. So, you know, and we haven't been going in and out of the shop here over, because it's been raining. You know, we're not putting in hot cars and hot motorcycles, you know, that heat it up. You know, you can come out there in the morning, and what's normally your very cool place to go is now warmed up. Man, you park this thing inside that shop, the heat coming off of this thing will warm that shop up, and it'll hold that temperature, well, most of it, through the night. You come out there in the morning, you walk across the sidewalk out there heading for the shop, and you're like, ooh, you know. And a lot of times I'll leave my coats out with the motorcycles. Well, starting this morning, last night when we got home, I brought my coats and stuff in so I can, you know, I put them in and I head out the door, you know, so you don't freeze your butt off going out there. But the reason when in the warmer time of year I leave whatever coats out there, because usually it's cool enough in the morning that when I ride to work I got to wear something. Well, if I wear the coat out there, hell, by the time I get to the shop I'm sweating bullets. And then, you know, you rode the night before, you put the car in the night before, so, you know, it's 10 degrees warmer in that shop than it is outside. So when it's really hot, I'll leave the Spider and the car, and so I'll leave them out until they, you know, they cool off quite a bit, but not enough that, God damn, almost got that squirrel. Son of a B.I. Did you guys see that? There was no way I was going to avoid that thing. A little squirrel shot from the left, coming across. Oh, he's turning nice. Oh, nice turn signal, and then he decides not to take the turn. He's still driving with his turn signal on. Oh, he's not sure where he's at. I think he was going to turn back there and realize that wasn't what he was looking for. Anyway, holy crap, I've driven you all the way from damn near to, well, yeah, right there in the edge of Longview, right on the Longview-Kelso edge is where I was at. Just, I mean, I think by the time I hit that first light, I might have been in Kelso. But anyway, I damn near drove you all the way home. So on that, I'm going to slip out and bid you guys adieu. Now, I still have all the videos from last night on the Hero 4. I'm all kinds of behind here. So anyway, while look how many bugs have hit just in this short little period. This bike will be wiped out. You don't ever want to be out at sunset around here. It's like being up in Alaska in the summer. Them bugs see that headlight and just go, and they're just pounding me on the kneecaps. They're just blam, 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 blam. Because they just beeline right towards the light. Anyway, with them beautiful skies behind me. Oh, man, that's gorgeous. I'm going to roll out and thank you guys for watching, hanging out. I've talked to literally probably over an hour's worth of phone talk today. Because God knows how long my vlog was this morning. And I don't even know why I tried to look at that thing. I can't see it on the... It's literally so I can turn you on and off and I can see that I'm recording. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. We'll see you now. Thank you. Bye-bye.